Good afternoon, family. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you're new here, my name is Jonathan, and I created this channel as a way to record my progress as I work towards my goal of losing 300 pounds in 3 years. If you'd like to join the family, hit that subscribe button. Also, click on the bell icon so you get alerted when I go live or post new videos. If you'd like to participate in on the discussion like Christy and Rick are here, I hope you guys had a great afternoon. You could consider joining or you can participate on the live streams that I do most weekdays, or outside of the live stream, you can consider joining my Discord. There's a link for that down in the description below. Also, if you're interested in getting some ideas of the meals that we eat on our whole food plant-based diet, we have a Pinterest board that we created. There's a link for that down in the description below that has a lot of our family's favorite whole food plant-based meals. Today is day 670 of my 3-year challenge, and also day 3 of my reset towards my goal of getting under 220 pounds. So far, I've used a combination of extended water fasting and a whole food, plant-based, salt, oil, sugar-free diet to lose over 200 pounds. Linda checking in saying, hi all. Hi, Linda. I hope you had a great day. Let me get on here and see what... Oh, I got this up here. That's got to go away there. All right. Yeah, so pretty busy afternoon. Pretty Girl's mom checking in. Hope you're doing okay, great today. Pretty busy with work right now. Lots of sitting on my butt doing computer paperwork and typing. Been trying to get up and be fairly active. I actually had hit my my step kind of target for the day. I don't have any actual step target for myself, but I have a Garmin watch. It's just a simple Garmin watch that kind of tracks my steps, and it constantly creates like a goal of increasing your steps a little bit higher than your average over the past few days. And I was fairly busy this morning, and by about 1 o'clock I had hit my step goal. Which surprised me. It might be because I was sitting a lot the last few days too, though. So I've been a little bit active, but for the most part, I've been kind of stuck at my desk doing lots of clerical work for the last couple days. And it's made for, it's been great for my diet because I haven't really been around food to be tempted by, I suppose. But I will go over what I did eat since yesterday. Carrie was here working today on cleaning up some stuff, and she says she worked hard all day, and she only earned 3 activity minutes on her Apple Watch today. You got to set the bar lower, I suppose. But that's funny. It only registered 3 minutes of activity because you were sweating your tail off when I was checking in on you. Let's see. Food. Yesterday I got home. Again, it was very late when I got home yesterday. Ended up having a couple bananas again before dinner, and had a little bit of pineapple and shredded wheat. Not very much of this last night, but I did have a small bowl of it. And then dinner, I did not take a photo of dinner last night. Dinner last night was Linda's meatloaf, which I really enjoy. The Linda's meatloaf, I believe it's a recipe that we got. Oh, Carrie would know which cookbook. It was either the Engine 2 cookbook or Plant Powered Families. I feel like it was one of the Esselstyn books, though, but it's Linda's meatloaf. Linda's meatloaf from the Engine 2 cookbook. Carrie just checked in and updated me on that. So I thought it might be from that book. Let's pull this out here. And then we also had baked potatoes last night as well too. You're right. Sorry, I was adjusting this. And then today for breakfast, we had our mushroom and spinach and onion oatmeal. I took kind of a close-up shot here so you can see all the wonderful ingredients there. And then I didn't take any photos, but Carrie was at work today here and brought a few bananas and oranges. We had picked up a bag of oranges, and it's actually pretty good. The last 2 bags that we had purchased of oranges were not very good, so it was nice to get a bag of oranges that tasted really nice. Carrie's saying that the recipe for the Linda's meatloaf is on the Pinterest board, and it is very tasty. It is one of my favorite meals that we have, and it's really good. So I would definitely check it out if you're interested in making any type of a loaf. I think it's probably lentil based, or there's a lot of lentils in it. And so I had some oranges, a potato today at work, and then a banana as well. So a little bit of snack, some food to snack on today at work, which was nice because I was getting pretty hungry middle of the day, so it was nice to have that. Chris DM says that the small oranges can be really hit and miss. Yes, they can. Usually within the same bag, they're similar, but yeah, you could pick up 2 bags next to each other at the grocery store, and one of them have a completely different taste than the bag next to it. So I'm happy that we got some good ones right now, and I'll enjoy them while we have them. In fact, I slowed myself down because I did have some oranges last night. I didn't take a photo of that, but I ate a couple of them, and I thought, man, these are really good. I should have some more. And then I thought, well, I should actually save these for tomorrow, so I don't eat them all in one day, because you never know when you're going to get another good bag. So that was the food. I am continuing to listen to the book, The Longevity Diet by Walter Longo. The most recent part of the book that I've been listening to here has been very focused on the prevention and treatment of Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative diseases, and then also the treatment of inflammatory and autoimmune diseases. It's really incredible. All the research that's actually been done into this kind of stuff, and the positive effects that they've been seeing. I should look up when this book was. The Longevity Diet. Just curious as to when this was written. If I can get any idea when it was written. It doesn't say. Maybe this will tell me. 2016. So sorry. So it's about 6 years old now, and it's really awesome to see a lot of the research that they have come up with, and that they're seeing the benefits from people eating a plant-based diet, people eating, a little bit lower calorie diet, or these fasting mimicking diets, and kind of the improvements they've seen. Something like Alzheimer's, I'm interested in that because that is something that has affected my family somewhat. And I would hate to see more of my family members suffer from dementia or any other neurodegenerative diseases. And, when he talks about the studies and the positive effects that they've had, it makes me want to send out messages to everybody and be like, you got to do this because, it's so important for your health. And I feel like there's a lot of information that is out there, but it's newer information and people aren't being exposed to some of this. And, I guess it's crazy to me because I've been trying to lose weight for 20 years, since 2000, that I'm trying to lose weight probably longer than that, but since I've been an adult, and the information that they had 20 years ago was far different than the information that we have now. But it takes time for that information to spread throughout the population and the information to become common knowledge and be put into practice. I feel as if there's a ton of, I look at all of the books that I've read in the past 2 years, and every one of them's been written since the year 2000. And nothing like those books was written prior to 2000, or there wasn't very many books out there promoting eating a plant-based diet prior to the year 2000. But now, since then, there's a lot of books talking about the benefits of eating this way. It's kind of interesting to think about how, just the difference in that time and what I thought was eating healthy and doing the best things in 2000, how much different the reality is, like I look at eating, I used to eat like a Subway sub, kind of like a Jared kind of thing, thinking that, I'm eating the better version of this Subway sub, and there's really no good version of a Subway sub, especially when I was eating it with the meat and stuff and the cheese. But in my mind, it was eating healthier, and that was some of the information that was out there was telling me that was healthier, and it may have been healthier than what I was eating, but it wasn't the healthiest choice that I could make. I was thinking, well, heck, there's veggies on here. That's half the battle right there. Many of the diets since then have been more of a carb restriction, calorie restriction diets. And that's what a lot of the books were saying to do. A lot of the information out there was promoting eating a smaller volume of food and calorie counting. And I think that there's so much more information out there that goes against that now. But at the time, it was the common thought. And so anyways, it's pretty great to hear all of the people that have had benefits from switching to a plant-based diet and eating less animal products and eating less processed foods. And it was just a different diet than they were talking about 20 years ago. That's for sure. And then, I'm actually pretty close to the end of the book. I think I have Wow, I have less than 30 minutes left. So I'm actually going to finish that book before I get home tonight. If anybody has any other recommendations for books that I should read, I'm always taking recommendations for books. I will try to do maybe a book review on Tuesday of this book overall, but I do enjoy it, or I have enjoyed the book, and I really like a lot of what he says. I don't know, again, I said this yesterday, if he still has the same views on his diet now as he did 6 years ago when he wrote the book. I think it's interesting that there is so much information going out there that somebody could have a book that's 6 years old and the studies have come out since then, and it either confirms what they believed or it goes against what they believe. But I find it interesting that he does recommend having the fish a couple times a week, or if you get over 65, having it more, maybe more than that. Also the olive oil as well. He kind of even says that he chose to allow olive oil because of two kind of competing studies, one that didn't have olive oil that showed benefits, and then one that did have olive oil that also showed benefits for different reasons. So then he kind of allows for a small amount of it in his diet, just in case, I suppose. So yeah, been liking the book. I don't have, we got a big weekend coming up this weekend. I know that with Labor Day coming up, people end up being at home more. I don't know if there's as many parties or things, like there is for something like Memorial Day or the 4th of July or some of the other summer holidays. But it can be difficult to have these long weekends because it throws off routines. And for me, what I run into a lot is that when I'm at home on the weekends, I do tend to eat a larger volume of food just because I have access to that food. And so I would say that anybody who is going to be home more than they normally are because of the long weekend, make sure that your cupboards are clean and that you don't have any temptations that you have to fight yourself on throughout the weekend, especially if there's nobody around and you got to fight yourself and all that stuff. But with the long weekend, it definitely throws me off. Again, like I said, because I'm at home and I have access to more food. And then also, a lot of times you end up being more active or doing more things, maybe going out and doing a barbecue kind of thing, or even just enjoying what's one of the last weekends of the summer. But yeah, it's with the weekend being a long weekend, I think I'll be back live again on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to seeing how much weight I can kind of get down this first week here. I always have a great weigh in on Friday when I come in. I seem to always be down on Friday, but then when I get back to work on Monday, I've gained any weight. I'm down quite a few pounds from this past Wednesday. So I think that I should end up having a pretty good weigh-in next Wednesday. But really, it's kind of that first week weigh-in. And whenever you have that first week weigh-in on a diet, you're going to see a much bigger loss than you're going to see after that. You kind of get rid of that initial inflammation and other things that are causing you to be heavier. So I'm looking forward to having a good weigh-in. It's really been good these last couple days. I haven't been tempted by anything. I feel more committed now than any other recommitment that I've had in the past 11 months. I kind of have sat down and looked at things and realized that I have to kick things into gear now. I can't keep waiting, and it doesn't do me any good to keep waiting. It's not getting me any closer to my goals. So I'm glad that I've been able to recommit and that things have been going good. I feel very confident because I've done this before, I guess, or it's not anything new. And I'm not starting off with the fast like I did when I started this channel. But I definitely have a much better grasp on what I can eat and what I'm going to eat versus, when I was the first week of eating this way. And so I am looking forward to getting back, to how I used to eat. There's a few things that, we're not bringing back, but I suppose there's probably a few things we added. One of the things I was thinking about yesterday and listening to this book, he does allow for cashews, and most plant-based diets allow for cashews, but they recommend that you eat them in small quantities because they can get out of hand. I was eating cashews for the first 11 months that I was losing weight here, but I don't think that snacking was doing me any favors. I really like having kind of set windows of eating. If I do snack, having something that is bigger volume, lower calorie is a better choice, or having a fruit like I did today at work here, having bananas and oranges, I think is a better choice than having cashews. So those, but yeah, just him talking about cashews got me thinking about how that having them around kept me snacking, and it's not benefiting me. So, cause when he listening to this book and seeing the benefits that people are seeing from a diet like his diet, it makes me curious if I should add, allow things like olive oil or cashews. I'm trying to think, there might've been another I'm not sure, another high calorie food he was allowing, but yeah, so I hear him talking about that. It makes me think about whether or not I want to add those things. I really don't want to add oil into my diet. I have no interest in that, based off of really everything I've seen. And the other part about something like cashews and the snacking on that is that it doesn't promote weight loss. And I want to do things that are going to promote weight loss right now. And, cause that's my focus. It's getting the pounds off, and making the right choices in the moment, or like right now, versus the rewarding myself for past successes, or allowing myself to put the burden of, just putting it off onto the future me and making them responsible for taking care of my weight issues. And it's about being in the moment and being present. And that's a big part of it. So, I don't really have much else today. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. I will be back on Tuesday. If you're not subscribed to the channel, get subscribed to the channel. Click on the bell icon so you get alerted when I go live or post new videos. Hit that thumbs up on the video as well. If you have not started your diet yet, get started right now. There's nothing coming up this weekend that's more important than your health or your overall well-being. You're going to have to get through these weekends. If you have an event coming up this weekend that you're waiting to start your diet for, what happens when a similar event happens in a month or again next year? Are you going to allow that event to get in the way of you reaching your goals or being, staying on your diet? So there's no reason to wait. You're just keeping yourself away from the healthier version of you by waiting. Carrie says, have a great weekend. See you Tuesday. Yes, everybody have a great weekend. We will see you Tuesday.